the opening,
the opening
sigh.
Right, how are you, Cockle?
Not bad. It's been a while.
Let's not bother saying it.
It's been a few months.
It's always a while.
It's always a while. But it's been
Very
this
poor.
year. It's been this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I was thinking we hadn't done one since before Christmas.
I very briefly wanted to talk to you about your understanding of the song Staying Alive.
My understanding of it? What, you want a literary, musical analysis of it?
No, because you thought that those weren't the lyrics, right?
Oh, yes. Well, I used to, in the days before you could look up lyrics at a few taps of a screen, because I knew it was about disco and dancing. No, I thought the line, and never having seen the title written down, I thought that what they were saying was "stay in a line." I thought it was the instructions for the dance, like stay in a line, ooh, ooh. I did, and a bit like in country dance.
Were you ever dancing to this somewhere?
Take your partners by the hand, dozy do.
I got it. Yeah. Were you ever out dancing to this song and trying to get people in a line and thinking they're not listening?
No.
But I like the idea of that.
But surely there have been pop songs in which the lyrics are do the twist. Well, I don't know if it. That just shake your hips,
all that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but does it actually describe the moves? Put your, clap your hands above your. Well, there was that comic one by the group Black Lace, Superman.
Well, I don't think it was comic, was it?
I think they were meant to be funny. Yeah.
Were they?
Oh, yes.
They did Agadoo. They were
Agadoo. Well, there's another case in point.
Push pineapple.
Agadoo, push pineapple.
Shake the tree.
Shake the tree.
Yeah.
Agadoo, do. Jump up and down and
push pineapple. 1, 2, 3. Grind coffee.
Grind coffee, and you did the
to the left, to the left,
right, to the left, to the right. Jump up and down and to the knees.
Come and dance
every night
to the hula melody. I hope you're enjoying this.
In the sky.
Great to be back.
I'm just making the point that when I thought they were saying stay in a line, well. It wasn't a completely absurd assumption to make.
No, it wasn't. I just like the idea of and I know it never happened, but just the image of you out somewhere.
Me at youth club.
Yeah, that song comes on, and you're desperately trying to corral people.
Come on, everyone, in a line. Well, I wouldn't have done that.
No, but just the thought of it, is amusing.
Come
on. I'm not listening to the Bee Gees.
Well, you can tell by the way I use my talk. I'm a woman's.
Oh no, it's the same song.
Staying alive. Yeah, Night Fever is the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, they all blur into one. I don't like the songs. They're okay, they're good songs. I just wish they weren't singing them, generally speaking.
I'm not generally...
There's only so much of that I can listen to without...
It's a catchy little vocal phrase.
Let's go up the octave. Where did that come from?
I mean, they could have done it, octave below in chest voice.
Yeah, and I think they would have been better.
It's as if they all got some female singers in to do it without sounding, who wouldn't sound so screechy.
Yeah. It's like that. It's like being attacked.
But maybe that was the decision they made.
Yeah, it worked for them, didn't it? But I just wish at some point they'd abandoned it and just done nice 3-part harmony singing.
It was as if they, we can.
It
was as if they were thinking, they knew they could do really good high falsetto and were determined to show it off. But presumably their producer, went along with it. And,
but when did that come in though? Because originally, when they're doing like their early stuff.
Well,
late 60s
they
stuff, they don't do that, do they?
Yeah, there was another group who did the Stylistics.
Don't know that.
I can't remember. There was at
least like your
one.
Impression of Yoko Ono.
There was at least one other who did, and I think in soul.
No,
I think I'm sure in the early 70s it became a bit of a thing. Really high male singing.
Outside of them, I can't think of anybody.
There was I mean, of course,
Freddie Mercury, I suppose, but I mean, he just
didn't do much falsetto.
No, he just had a big range.
It still sounded like his chest voice.
Yeah. Frankie Valli, I suppose.
Frankie Valli, another one. So it'd been about, but then
all that. And then you asked me, so this must have been about a year ago.
Well, I think your idea was that we should watch it
together
in a group with other people, including some who can't stand the Beatles. So what we're talking about, listeners, is the film Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, which featured the Bee Gees as the eponymous band, and what?
Yeah, it's difficult to describe it, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's going to be half the fun.
Okay.
Now, why would somebody decide to make... Well, in fact, it seems a less out there idea now than it would at the time.
What?
Making a story and a film
you haven't explained
from an album.
What?
Well, that's what they did, isn't it?
No, it's not just the album, though, is it?
No, but they made a film
called Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Yes.
It's based on the sort of post-1966 catalogue of the Beatles.
Yes, but post-1966 catalogue of the Beatles, I suppose, wasn't such a catchy title.
No.
I mean, they did. I mean, it seems an odd thing to do. But since then, of course, we've had the
jukebox musicals,
Mamma Mia and We Will Rock You, I suppose, are the two
most famous ones. But there's loads, aren't there? Now?
There have been. There's even one.
Tonight's the Night. There's a Rod Stewart one of all people on God's green earth.
Yes, in which the main character is called Stuart Rod.
Oh God! Did Ben Elton write the book for that one?
He did, I think.
Dear.
And it's about a shy young man called Stuart Rod who.
Why is Rod Stewart popular? Never understood it.
Does he write any of his own stuff?
Doesn't write his stuff, and it just sounds like his voice box is being put through a mincer every time he sings. It's like he must lose his voice after every fucking gig, surely, singing like that.
I think he's just always had that voice.
Well, basically, folks, so this film is strung together with narration by George Burns, who talks like, go on, Will.
Hi there. Yeah. Sure, I'm God.
Yeah, that. Talks like that. So George Burns is like this sort of old, very short bloke with specs.
And a great American comedian.
Yeah. It looks like Mr. Magoo.
I don't think we should... Yes, anyway.
Well, he does. But yeah, and then it's all sung through, isn't it? Bar the narration.
Only the narration is spoken.
There's no dialogue. Yeah.
No
and
dialogue.
The plot is... Go, Will.
Well, giving it the name of the album and having them dress up in the Sgt. Pepper bloody uniforms.
This was originally a stage show. But this is we'll use the word story hesitantly, strung together really only by the narration to make the plot make any sense, right?
Yes, and because despite its title, as you alluded to in your rather bull in a china shop way, it's not only that album.
No.
And indeed, it's not even only post-1966, because they do include Nowhere Man, which came out on Rubber Soul in December 1965.
Right.
But we'll let that pass.
Right, go on. Get on with it.
Well,
what's it about, Will?
Well, before we get on to that...
Oh, fuck off. I'm going to press stop on this if you don't get to the point.
Well, I think we should have... Yeah, okay, let's... Right, the story, the
plot. Fucking hell.
Okay, it starts off in the First World War, and there's Sgt. Pepper and his band. They seem to be a military band, and they're wandering through, I don't know if it's no man's land or the trenches.
As you do.
I think it's no man's land. Playing their...
Inconspicuous.
Playing a sort of First World War...
brass
band version of
Sgt. Pepper,
of
right?
Sgt. Pepper, and so on. And I think, and it makes the Germans and British and Americans presumably stop fighting, and I don't know.
Sergeant Pepper was responsible for the Christmas truce. Is that the idea?
I don't think so. I think this is later. Well, America wasn't.
They weren't.
The war
they hadn't bothered by then.
Anyway, so the musical instruments seem to have the ability to bring peace and make people stop fighting. Now we'll get on to the sort of inconsistencies and anomalies and not making sense bits in due course.
Plenty of those.
But that's all in a sort of...
This is Billy Preston, right?
That's an epilogue. Yes, I think Billy Preston.
Is Sergeant Pepper, yeah.
Is Sergeant Pepper. And then...
Who played keyboard on Let It Be album?
Yes. Perhaps if we could save these footnotes till...
God, sorry. You do your monologue.
Well, you're the one who was telling me to get on with it.
Right,
and
go on then.
Stop going off at tangents.
Go on then.
It depends what you mean by a tangent. Anyway, so then they go home. Sergeant Pepper and the band go home to Heartland, which is a peaceful, lovely sort of...
It's a sort of folksy white picket fence kind of place, isn't it?
Yes.
Sort of idyllic mid-America kind of place.
I think that's the idea, Heartland.
Yeah.
So they go back, and then in, I think it's 1958... Sergeant Pepper suddenly dies of a heart attack in the middle of a concert.
Yeah.
The instruments are kept in the town museum.
Yeah.
And the weather vane in the shape of a golden statue of Sergeant Pepper is, I think it was at the sort of unveiling ceremony for that he tragically died of a heart attack.
If you're not already hankering to watch this masterpiece, then we're not doing our job properly here, is my feeling.
Oh, I thought you were going to say it is available on YouTube.
Well, it is available on YouTube. So if you can sit through 10 minutes of it, you're doing well.
But then I thought it might be best not to mention that because it probably shouldn't be on YouTube in violation of
I don't suppose anyone
copyright.
Cares anymore.
I don't know.
It's not doing a roaring trade on DVD or something, is it?
Well, I was going to buy it on DVD until I realised it was...
Go on.
Anyway, there
carry on. So
then it jumps forward to the present day, 1978.
Yeah.
And and what's happening?
Peter Frampton.
Well, Peter Frampton is Billy Shears, the grandson of Sergeant Pepper. And he also has a half brother called Dougie Shears, played by Paul Nicholas, doing a
They both look not a lot like Billy Preston, it has to be said.
No. Now then, the Hendersons, who are the Bee Gees, the three brothers.
The Hendersons will all be there.
Yes, it's a reference to a song on the Sgt. Pepper album. Yeah. They're doing a concert to...
It's fucking awful already.
I think they've already sent their tape to a record company.
Right. They're performing on a bandstand, aren't they?
Yeah. And they're in the Sgt. Pepper sort of costumes, like the ones the Beatles wore on the album
and
cover.
They do Sgt. Pepper's.
They do the song Sgt. Pepper, and then
that segues into Billy Shears.
And then he comes on, and they do With a Little Help from My Friends, just like on
sung
the
by
album.
Pete Frampton, who I've heard the name, but I didn't really know who he was, and I don't think I'm much the wiser now.
Well, he's probably easy enough to look up, unless he's gone total Google silent.
Yeah, I don't see why he's a heartthrob. He was in a band, I think.
Yeah, I think he did some solo stuff. Yeah. I think he was taught at school by someone I know.
Right.
But that's a tale for another time.
Okay, fine. Yes, when the second Pete Frampton episode, you'll all be gagging to hear.
And I think it was Peter Frampton, isn't he? Rather than Pete
maybe.
Frampton.
Right, anyway, so in him, he comes on, he's Billy Shears, right?
Yeah, he sings for Billy Shears, they do...
It's fucking weird. Yeah.
And then...
his girlfriend's there, isn't she?
Oh, yes, whose name is Strawberry Fields.
Of course. You can see how tenuous this is.
Absurd. They've already gone on to a song that's not on the album. And then...
What's the song do they sing after With a Little Help from My Friends?
Good morning, good morning. The next thing is they get signed up. The telegram arrives, delivered by an old bearded bloke on a bicycle.
Yeah.
And it was a BD Records, which stands for Big Deal Records. As a great celebrations, because yes, we want to give you a contract, we want to record you. So off they go to the big city.
Yeah. Do you think, sorry, we'll talk about this a bit more when we get there, but do you think this was made for children to enjoy? Is that why it's so sort of lame?
I think they were intending that
it's like a family film,
that it would get a U or an A certificate, rather than
which kind of explains
an AA.
its stupidity, I suppose.
Yeah,
not that kids' films have to be stupid. Great, right, carry on. Sorry, I interrupted.
And children were allowed to watch that.
They go to the big city. Go.
They go to the big city. There's and they're being driven around in very long, absurdly long stretch limos. They meet the head of the record company is very well played by Donald Pleasance.
Wearing in a wig
and dark glasses. And they're sort of being.
I love that he's gone from The Great Escape and fucking Blofeld to this crap.
Well, Blofeld. I assume you would consider Blofeld crap, being as it's part of the Bond series.
You know what I mean? It's like it's a proper blockbuster movie, isn't it? I suppose. Whereas this is just like,
well, I'm sure the budget was blockbuster.
Yeah, so the production values are high. Yeah. Anyway, carry on. Right. So Donald Pleasance,
and Paul Nicholas. I mean. Dougie Shears is still around, being their manager and being a bit dodgy. So they're signed up. Presumably they're making records, but there are these sort of rather sleazy-looking people about, and it's all implied that this is good, but
they've sort of sold out, haven't they?
But somehow, although...
God. Yeah.
Anyway, and then...
Thank God you didn't do the fucking elevator pitch for this. Go on.
Now, an elevator pitch, is that so called because it's meant to take no longer than it would?
Yes.
Is it meant to be 10 seconds?
Whatever.
20 seconds.
However long it takes for you
half
to go
a
on
minute.
The floor to pitch your movie idea.
Half a minute. But why...
There's a bomb on a bus, it blows up if it goes below 50 miles an hour. That would be your sort of classic elevator pitch.
I don't know, how did Eric Romer manage to do those?
Oh, he probably didn't have that problem. Go on, carry on. Right, so they go to the big city. Donald Pleasance is there. Carry on.
There is a girl who is very lonely. She goes on several holidays. She stays very lonely. She hears about the Green Ray, which you hardly ever see. At the very end, she sees it, but she is still quite lonely. Yeah. I like it, Eric! I'll write you a budget check for 10 million francs or dollars, whichever is the greater. Now get out there and make that movie, boy! Thank you very much.
Just how it happened.
Monsieur of Honor.
Yeah, God, carry on.
So they're making their money, and that all seems to be going splendidly. But meanwhile, back in Heartland, since they've gone, there's a sort of urban decay seems to have set in. Businesses are closing down.
It's not really clear why, is it?
There's litter on the floor.
Well, hang on, because Frankie Howard's appeared before this point.
Yes, he probably has. Frankie Howard. That's the
Just do a quick
Frankie
impression
Howard.
for young people who don't know who Frankie Howard is.
No, mustn't mock Francis. Don't you shut your face. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I saw him, you know. But yes, he's an odd presence in this. Anyway, he, is Mean Mr. Mustard, a song from Abbey Road, or a fragment of a song that's included in the medley. Mr. Mustard. Yeah. And so he's in this van that's equipped with computers, including robots.
2 robots, yeah.
There are just 2, aren't they, who give him massages?
They're women robots in sort of black...
Are they women?
Black and red PVC. Yeah, of course they are. Black and red PVC.
I hadn't consciously gendered them.
But, with like circuit boards on them and
they
stuff.
have red eyes.
Red eyes, yes, fucking bonkers. God,
they're sort of black with red eyes.
Yeah.
And they sort of speak, and there's a computer, well, there's a TV screen that sort of sends computer messages to him. So Mean Mr. Mustard seems to be an agent of some organisation.
Yeah.
and he gets the message to steal the instruments. I think meaning the Sergeant Pepper's band instruments. And and
I'm still not clear on what's caused the urban decay in Heartland. Is it him? Is it the fact that the instruments get stolen?
Oh, is that? I thought it had already started before that. Well, no,
it's got to be that, surely. I love how much thought we're giving.
When George Burns sings "Fixing a Hole,"
yeah,
give
us a brief.
I'm fixing a hole where the rain gets in and stops my mind from wondering where it will go. I mean, he does a pretty good job of it, if it is him.
It is him.
But they got someone with a good George Burnsy kind of voice.
Yeah.
That's when the town seems a bit bereft anyway after they go away.
Yeah.
But then we have and he.
But
Mr. Mustard is ordered to steal the instruments.
But he's also fallen in love with Strawberry Fields, hasn't he?
That's not until a bit later, I think.
I'm sure it's early.
Well,
he sees her on the screen and it goes, "Ooh, love," and he's doing this. He's doing a beckoning motion with both his hands.
And then the message, "Keep your mind on business."
Oh yeah, okay, fine.
And there's also a sort of rather sort of ritualistic bit where he has to stand with his hands raised, and the robots also stand to attention, and they recite the words that appear on the screens: "We hate love, we hate joy, we love money." This seems to be, and we hate love.
Sort of anti-capitalist messaging in this film that was made to make money. Yeah.
But well, there we are. How many of us haven't struggled? I mean, I'm sure Joseph Stalin probably, looked around his palace and occasionally and thought, I don't know, am I still really working class?
Very camp Stalin.
Or have I gone a bit soft? Am I still a hard lad? Could I get down there and hew the coal from the ground? Yeah, of course I could. Let's have another short trial. I'm just your Jack in the Box. Jack in the Box. I mean, it's... but, and also, the Free Pop Festival, which didn't stay free, that was a kind of...
Right, anyway. So Heartland's going down the Kermit because the instruments are stolen, we think.
It does sag in the middle a bit, this film.
Frank, it's an hour and 50 minutes long. Not 15, 50. It's nearly 2 hours long.
Under 2 hours?
It feels
That's not...
Yeah, it feels 2 hours long. There's no one has an interaction in dialogue.
Well, thank you. Anyway, let's get back to the plot, right? The story.
Yeah.
So Frankie is told to go and steal the instruments, and he presumably does
by this kind of Spectre-like organisation that we haven't encountered yet. Yeah.
And then the band, they're sort of still being successful. And then I think it's at one of their concerts. Oh, because they do a benefit concert for Mr. Kite.
Of course.
So they can do the benefit concert for Mr. Kite. Mr. Kite is George Burns, the narrator. And I think that's when Strawberry Fields gets kidnapped by the obsessed, Mr. Mustard.
Yeah. Such shit.
And Dougie Shears... Oh, and yes, Lucy... They meet this character, Lucy, I think she's already on the label, the BD Records.
Yeah.
She does Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And she's we're given to understand, I think we're meant to regard her as very materialistic. I think her costume is sort of made of diamonds.
Right, okay, yeah.
So it's taking the diamonds rather literally.
Yeah.
And she and Dougie Shears get on very well because they're both into... Oh, yeah, and so they have a scene where they're singing, "You never give me your money, you only give me your funny paper."
If you are confused by this plot at home, yes.
Yeah,
it's not Will's rendering of it.
It's generous of you, David.
This is just the way it is. Right, go, carry on.
Okay, so Strawberry Fields.
Yeah, she's kidnapped.
Dougie's
kidnapped. Lucy's kidnapped.
But they're just sort of because they were in Mr. Mustard's van.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, we didn't. Yeah, that the gang the band and Dougie and Strawberry have stolen Mr. Mustard's van.
Yeah.
And they're using it to try and find out where the instruments are. And one of I think it's the trumpet or the cornet is found at the Dr. Maxwell Edison's.
Yeah.
Played by Steve Martin. Oh yes, and he's a cosmetic surgeon.
Yeah, can't sing. Yeah.
Oh, and then we have they trace another of the instruments to Father Son, who seems to, and this seems to be the organizer.
SUN.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Wasn't it Father's? And because he used to be Father Sunk, and so he was teased as a boy for this. And
backstory. Yeah,
this is part of.
Yeah.
George Burns says.
Yeah.
Until he got the idea to drop the K from his name, and he never looked back.
So this narration, generally speaking, we cut to George Burns and probably filmed it all in one day.
Possibly.
He sort of sat on a American veranda, isn't he?
Yeah, in a rocking chair.
Yeah, as if someone's just taken a shotgun off him and just given him some lines to say.
Possibly.
Right, George, now we're going to do this one. Learn it, say it, boom, rolling.
I'm sure he was well capable of... Well, because only 2 years... No, only 1 year. In fact, it was on release in Britain the same year. Oh God, the one where he plays God.
With John Denver.
With John Denver. I'd forgotten that. Yeah.
Another classic. Right, go on, carry on.
So he was, well, and he lived about another... He lived nearly 100, and he was still pretty good being interviewed live.
Anyway, right, so where the fuck are we with this? They've stolen his van, they've got to take the instruments back. They go to Father Son.
Father Son, and he seems to be the head of this
confusing name, isn't it?
This wicked organisation.
It's like being called Mother-Daughter.
Called FVB, the Future Villain Band. They're the ones who seem to be in control of Mr. Mustard and his van.
This is the Spectre.
And he's doing a sort of...
group.
He's a sort of cult leader.
Yeah,
He's a sort of mass indoctrination...
It all gets a bit fascistic.
Thing. Yes, well, there's sort of young people, quite attractive young people, lots of them, wearing a sort of outfit very reminiscent of the Hitler Youth, only with shorter shorts.
So they take it back to
sexy Hitler Youth, or sort of sitting at the desks in a massive room, and he's... Alice Cooper plays Father Son, and they're sort of chanting or reciting the "We hate joy, we hate love, we hate joy, we love money." And then at one point, Mr. Mustard and Strawberry are on a boat, on a ship. At one point,
maybe it is.
At one point, Mr. Mustard's got her sort of tied up. He's got his van back, and he's got her tied up with rope, rather a lot of rope actually, and gagged. And I'm not sure where he's going, but probably to the FVB headquarters.
Yeah.
But then
you don't want to miss that. He sings.
But Dougie Shears and Lucy Diamonds or Lucy Sky, who they've got together, they're hiding in the cupboard. He doesn't. Frankie and the Mustard and the robots don't know they're there.
This is like you're reciting a fever dream, isn't it?
Or have the robots? At one point, the robots sort of malfunctioned, don't they? In the computers,
do they become good?
No, they just sort of die. I think the computer short circuit
battery runs out
or something.
Yeah,
but they end up at a big concert where, Then there's the interlude, the When I'm 64.
Right. That's Frankie Howard singing Strawberry.
To Strawberry. Will you still need me? Will you still feed me? And then she, for no good reason, sort of completes the When I'm 64, looking terrified. As well you might be.
Yeah.
I think if I was tied up, Frankie Howard singing When I'm 64,
not even singing really. He's just talking to her,
I'd be a little perturbed myself. Anyway, then they get to this concert, which seems to be a concert come Nazi rally. with the sexy Hitler Youth people doing some rather sexually suggestive dancing. Big concert. And this is the FVB, the Future Villain Band, which also seems to be the name of the organisation that Father Son is running, with the purpose of, and then in a piece of voiceover, Mr. Kite explains to us that the purpose of the FVB is to corrupt youth, or something like to destroy love, pollute the environment, frustrate the democratic process, and worst of all, to turn Strawberry Fields into a mindless groupie.
Yeah.
But which a
groupie for the band that are about to come on. Played by...
Hang on. A mindless groupie? But, that suggests that she's a groupie already.
No, it doesn't.
Will it to transform her into a mindless groupie?
Well, whatever. She could be a fucking...
she's...
nuclear physicist. We're going to transform her into a mindless groupie. Fine. Doesn't imply she's a groupie already.
Well, but she...
Doesn't make sense.
She's been presented to us thus far.
As a groupie?
Well, no, as Billy Shear's girlfriend.
Yeah.
Surely she hasn't been, shagging all the...
No.
She's obviously from the start. She's, in love with Billy Shears, who is, maybe it's because, I don't know. And also, it's rather insulting to groupies.
Yeah, they're livid.
Into a mindless groupie.
Well,
is that worse than...
It could just be... Yeah, but it's not just in... Anyway.
Why would she be mindless? Why could she not... Are they suggesting she's already...
I think the idea, possibly...
Why not a thoughtful groupie?
Because, my assumption is to transform it into a sex object for the band. That's the idea, isn't it? They just can't say that, can they?
Oh, you think because it's... So she'll become a sex slave?
Yeah, basically. To the band. Yeah, a mindless groupie.
She will be a mindless groupie.
Rather than a groupie with agency and autonomy.
Yeah. And yes, that would be difficult to put in a child-friendly way.
Yeah, she's going to become a sex slave to Aerosmith.
An Aerosmith play. We've already had... in another concert, the good concert, I think, Earth, Wind and Fire, doing...
Got to Get You Into My Life.
Got to Get You Into My Life, which is... they do a good job of it, I think, make it sound like a...
God.
And then Aerosmith, I don't know if they're the head of this, or if they are the Future Villain Band.
I think they are the Future Villain Band.
Or if that's the name of the organisation. So are they in charge?
No, I think they are in charge.
Oh, right, and even Father Son is their sort of...
He seems to be their engineer or whatever, doesn't he, or something? Yeah. God,
and they
mighty, please finish the fucking. This is just the précis of the fucking.
They do a version of "Come Together," which is they do. It's a fairly straightforward copy of the original.
Yeah.
And the set that they're on, including the sexy. Dancers, artificial intelligence. The set is made up of piles of coins.
Yeah,
or what looks like piles of coins.
The symbolism is subtle, isn't it? Yeah,
Nazis, piles of coins.
Yeah.
And then Billy Shears and the BG, the Pepper group.
Yeah.
Arrive, somehow break through, and Billy Shears has a fight on stage with Aerosmith, Steve Tyler. And Strawberry Fields, meanwhile, has been sort of chained to a glass wheel of some kind.
Yeah.
Or and blindfolded.
Maybe it's a glass onion.
Maybe it is half a glass. I mean, they might as well have put that in.
Yeah,
I think they would have drawn attention to it. Less subtly,
sure.
Yes, at one point, Steve Tyler does go over to Strawberry and sort of, I don't know, sort of kisses her a bit and strokes her arm a bit, and she looks she looks displeased, repelled. And then, anyway, so Billy Shears gets out there, fight. Now, I don't know why the mass indoctrinated FVB sexy Hitler Youth people don't storm the stage.
Yeah.
And kill
the band. Yeah.
Well, yeah, lynch Billy Shears,
and
everyone.
And the Bee Gees, yeah.
But they don't. They seem content merely to watch. Billy Shears manages to push Steve Tyler off this rather high stage, and he's there at the bottom.
Yeah.
And then Strawberry Fields seems to faint, and as her head,
I think it's Strawberry Fields that pushes Steve Tyler.
Oh yeah.
Which is why she faints, because she's guilty that she's killed someone.
How did she do it? Did she kick him
with a foot or something? I can't remember.
So she's been ill restrained. And then she faints, and the force of her head flopping back seems to
break
whatever the glass wheel thing she's attached to.
Yeah.
That falls off.
Yeah.
And she's dead.
She's dead. Yeah.
Then we're back in Heartland.
Yeah.
And it's Strawberry Fields' funeral.
Yeah.
So, boy, you've got to carry that weight. And
that's right. They sing the Abbey Road end medley.
Do they? Well,
they sing Golden Slumbers, don't they? And then Carry That Weight is when they're carrying the coffin.
When they're shouldering the coffin. It's a glass coffin, and she's looking quite lovely. And then he sings. Billy Shears, very sad, wanders off, goes into what's presumably their house. We go into a day in the life.
Do we?
Eventually, yeah.
No, do we? I thought we went into the long and winding road.
Oh, yeah, we had the long and winding road. He goes for a walk.
Yeah.
The long and winding road.
He's reminiscing about
memories of them kissing
times
by the river and so on.
Yeah.
Then we go into a day in the life. He goes into the house, goes upstairs, goes out onto a sort of balcony thing, and leaps off suicidally.
To kill himself. Yeah, there's a lot of
goes into slow
death in this.
Goes into slow motion.
Yeah.
And that's when we get to the strings going up bit.
Yeah, in Day in the Life.
Yeah. And that sort of frees. And the weather vane golden statue of Sergeant Pepper starts spinning round and then comes to life. And it's Billy Preston in a very, very well-tailored gold suit. He's got the figure for it.
I don't think his figure is it's the Deus Ex Machina of it that is bad.
We'll come to that later
okay.
in our
We're not
detailed
about
analysis.
This too much longer. This is already an hour. Go on.
And he starts. He has the power to send thunderbolts, lightning bolts.
Yeah, from his finger.
From his finger, Zeus. Which seem to have transformative and usually healing powers.
Yeah.
So he makes Billy Shears stop in midair and go back in slow motion to the top.
Bit foolish. Should have perhaps guided him to the ground.
And goes into get back to where you once belonged.
Yeah.
And then he sort of comes down. He sort of floats down, doesn't he? And starts dancing. Everyone's happy.
Yeah.
He does a few more of the
zapping. He zaps the lightning bolt. Mustard.
Who
turns into a nun. And then into a bishop. Yeah.
And then other people. But it's quite a while before he just does a zap and brings Strawberry Fields back to life.
Yeah.
Not her body, though.
No.
It's not in the coffin. It's just he just points to empty air, lightning bolt, and she appears looking rather surprised and sort of, ooh, I'm alive and real and sentient once more. But he's left it, I'd say, a good minute.
Billy could have jumped again.
Billy back on there. Billy might be astounded. Oh my God, what's and the weather vane's come to life, and he's turned Frankie Howard into a nun, and then a bishop.
Yeah.
But I've still lost the love of my life. Fuck it, I'm jumping again. But fortunately, he hasn't. All is well, and they start singing. And then suddenly there's a big crowd of people there, looking a bit like the crowd of people on the cover of the Sgt. Pepper album.
That's what they were
That's what they were after. And then,
they sing Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
They sing that, but
that's the finale.
Along with
But then suddenly random people appear.
Well, the crowd.
Yeah, in the crowd.
Yes, who
have not been in the film.
We haven't seen them before. Maybe they're just meant to be the inhabitants of Heartland.
Right, but like Tina Turner's there.
Yeah, I think I've read what they did was...
Rupert Holmes is there.
Yeah, I don't know him.
If you like pina colada... He's there.
I think what they did was They just
Whoever.
wrote.
They wrote to everybody in the world.
Well,
I reckon they were hoping that the Beatles were going to be in the finale.
Quite a lot. Yeah, would have been nice.
Which they aren't, by the way. What are you looking up? Who's in that crowd?
All will be revealed shortly.
Oh, God. Well, Tina Turner's in there.
Yeah, there are a few. Not many of the people are. The most famous, or the most...
I'd say she's the most famous.
Probably she is. But also Barry Humphries as Dame Edna.
Yeah, Dame Edna Everage is in the crowd.
Who wasn't as famous then as she...
Shot in Australia, maybe, was it?
Apparently, before the film's release, this is according to Wikipedia, Robin Gibb of the Bee Gees announced... Kids today don't know... I can't quite do his...
He's sort of Australian.
Mid-Atlantic Australian Northern.
Yeah.
Kids today don't know the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper. And when those who do see our film and hear us doing it, that will be the version they relate to and remember. Unfortunately, the Beatles will be secondary. You see, there is no such thing as the Beatles. They don't exist as a band and never performed Sgt. Pepper live in any case. When ours comes out, it will be, in effect, as if theirs never existed. When you heard the Beatles do Long Tall Sally or Roll Over Beethoven, did you care about Little Richard's or Chuck Berry's version?
That is hubris filled, is it not?
So, the obvious question is... why? How did that? Who ever would have thought, even in 1978, that this was a good idea? But let's do context. It was made by, or at least the producer was Robert Stigwood, the RSO. Robert Stigwood organisation, I think, was the main production company, and he. I think within the previous year had produced Saturday Night Fever and Grease.
Right.
So
2 whopping hits.
The Sgt. Pepper film was in this context, when Robert Stigwood got the idea, it had been quite successful as a stage show. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band on the Road, I think it was called,
right.
Which had a similar-ish story, but I think they sort of pumped it up, elaborated it, distorted it for the film. Now, and apparently it was a minor hit. Against a 20... This is, again, according to Wikipedia.
Right.
Against a $20 million budget, it made a profit on its first year's run of $20 million.
Christ.
So it made a bit of money.
I mean, if you watch it on YouTube, folks, because I was expecting something budget-wise of a carry-on film, and it's like lavish. Isn't it?
No, there's big. Well, I mean, they obviously had a lot of money.
From the other.
And I think
hits,
it's Universal Studios with a big.
It's kind of got its tongue in its cheek. I think it knows what it's being.
Well, yeah, I don't think
it's being high camp, silly.
I don't think it's as tongue in cheek as all that. I think it's.
Right.
It's a fairy tale, isn't it? It's a fable. It's obviously not.
With very sort of direct messaging.
It's taking the liberties with
money bad,
with realism. That all right.
But yes, it's time of my life. I wish I could get back. I have to say, I won't be watching it again.
I thought of a game.
Oh, go on.
Recently, a game, quite a simple one.
Go on.
But it's quite difficult.
Do you? Well, hang on. It's a simple one, but it's quite difficult.
Well, yeah. Simple to understand, but quite difficult to do.
Yeah,
and the idea is to keep it going as long as possible.
Uh-huh. Does this involve either of us getting naked, Will? It sounds like you're building up to it.
No.
This is a little game we're going to play, Dave.
No.
Okay, go on.
The idea is you keep it going as long as possible.
What?
But it's a sort of cooperation game. I'm not quite sure how to make it a game where there can be a winner or a loser, or winners and losers.
What is it? Explain it.
You think of a name of a person's name. I think they can be fictional, but maybe not.
Right, this is your game. So
maybe in the hardcore version they have to be real. And you just have to then give another name where the last name of the previous person is the first name of the next person.
God almighty, that's hard.
Well, yeah, that's why you'd have to... that's why the...
People who've got two first names as their first name and surname. There's not many of them to the pound.
Well, but I mean, for example, and I think there could be a bit of flexibility. Like if it was Robertson, then you could start with someone whose name's
go on, well,
Robert.
let's try, go on.
Well, it's quite okay, so I'll start
This
off.
will die on its arse within about 5 seconds.
Dean Martin.
Have you got an answer to this?
I can think of a...
Can you?
And it has to be a reasonably well-known person.
Right, well, give me an idea.
He talks about economics on
I don't know
the
who that
BBC.
is. Not a clue.
What, Martin Lewis.
Lewis.
It is pretty difficult, isn't it?
Lewis Hamilton.
Okay. Now, if we were allowing fictional characters,
Yeah, go on.
I could.
I think it's got to be as broad as it can possibly be to even get anywhere with this.
The only one I could think of at the moment would be Hamilton Berger, who is a character.
Oh, yeah.
Who's a character. I think he's a defence lawyer. He's a lawyer anyway in the Perry Mason stories.
Fucking hell.
But then you're left with
And now Berger.
Berger. Nah.
No. This is not going to work as a game, Will. There's not enough people who've got these names.
The first... Because I wrote down I thought... I was...
Is this when you were at work?
No, I was at home.
Okay.
Not blind drunk, but a bit tipsy.
Okay.
And it was something like John... No, it started John Wayne.
Right.
Wayne Sleep. But then there is a rockabilly pianist of the mid to late 50s called Sleepy LaBeef. And then there is an actor, isn't there, called LaBeef?
Shia LaBeouf. But that's his surname.
Oh, it's his surname.
Right, shit game, good.
Yeah.
Right, well.
But if the idea was that you had to keep it going...
Yeah, you'd fail. You get shot.
But you couldn't be... But then it would have to be the previous person who... There's no way you could really do it fairly.
No. Terrible game. Good, well, we won't be marketing that. Right, so, have you got other things you wanted to discuss other than the Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band film?
Oh, yes.
What? Other than your shit game. It didn't work.
Well, the other day I heard the name Diana Ross.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd overheard the name Diana Ross mentioned on the TV, wireless or computer. And for a moment I thought it said die on her ass. and it does sound a bit like that.
Yeah.
Diana Ross. Diana Ross.
Yeah. Okay, nice. Is that it? Right, so there's a chap at work.
Where you work?
Yes. Of course, where I work. I'm telling the story.
I don't know. I thought it might be might be like three men walk into a bar.
Oh, God. No.
What, a bar that you know, a real one?
Right, so...
Okay.
I don't know if it'll come across. There's a chap called Lorcan, and I know him fairly well, not very well.
Is that his real name?
Yes.
Will he won't mind it
I don't think he'll hear it.
being on the... Well,
Well, also, I'm not slagging him off. It's just something that happened.
Okay.
Just wait. Patience. And so, as you walk up to the canteen at the place I work, it's quite narrow.
What, the passageway?
Yeah, the passageway.
The corridor?
Yes. So it's like a slight incline.
I see.
And quite a way away, quite a long stretch of corridor. It's not really a corridor, but you know what I mean. An incline.
20 feet?
Yeah, something. No, more than that. Yeah.
20 yards?
Yeah, something like that.
50 feet?
Right. So, and I saw Lorcan. He'd just got his dinner. And he was coming round the top towards me from the canteen as I was going to the canteen. And he had his stuff on a tray. His dinner on a tray. And so I thought, wag that I am, I'd do a little sort of dodge to the right to say, oh, this is a very narrow corridor. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know the sort of thing.
A few more steps. Did another little dodge to the left. So, ooh, you know, and pulled a face, blah, 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 blah. A couple more of these. Until I realised that it wasn't Lorcan. It was someone I didn't know at all.
Is the lighting rather poor?
Sadly not. Well, no, I don't know. It looked like him.
There is a resemblance.
A resemblance, yeah. But yeah, you know, that sort of cheeky little dodge to the side and like, oh, fuck you, you're not going to get past me or whatever.
Yes, I know the sort of thing.
Oh, God.
So what did you...
luckily, halfway down this passageway, there is a door to Lorcan, in inverted commas, left. And they took it. And so I didn't have to go... Sorry, I thought you were someone else that I wanted to bully in this corridor. Yeah.
Did they notice, do you think?
They would have noticed, yeah. I was pulling faces at them. And, you know, kind of fuck you faces, you know.
Are you likely to see them again?
I haven't seen them since. But it does prey on my mind.
If you do, will you...
I'll say I'm sorry about that. The other day I thought I was being silly. I thought you were someone else.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of glad they didn't...
Report you.
Well, report me. Or join in. No, if they joined in, it would have been better, right?
Yes, if they joined in a playful way.
Yeah, we got to know each other.
Rather than an aggressive, no, fuck you, you're not getting past me. Come on in.
Yeah, that would have been great. Well, it's been lovely to see you, old chap.
It's been lovely as ever. Slightly different... Surroundings, but that's fine.
That's because I'm house/cat sitting.
Bit of computer trouble.
Little bit of computer trouble,
but nothing that David couldn't handle.
Thanks for my full name, though.
Sorry, Dave couldn't handle. I know, yes. I don't like being called William.
Nah. Makes me feel like I'm in trouble.
Yes. It makes me feel like somebody's being faintly, insultingly facetious.
Right.
So I then call them some mangled version of their name. Like Pauline, if the person involved is called Paul.
God, touched a nerve here.
Say, don't call me Pauline. Well, don't call me William. But my name's not Pauline, and your name is William.
Right.
These are the sort of disputes you expect not to have after you're in double figures.
You hit puberty, yeah. Anyway, there we are. There you go. Right, take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.